It's been years since we've had a really good theme park game. So I know that Donald played a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Are you ready to build roller coasters once again?
I'm ready. I'm pumped.
Okay, good.
My body is ready.
Your body better be ready, Donald, because I'm about to put a whole bunch of things inside of it. Mainly knowledge. Knowledge will be the most of what I put inside of it. But this is Planet Coaster. This is the true successor, I would say, to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. And it is pretty incredible. Obviously, the visuals here, we've already got like some lens flares and some little rainbow stuff, and got an amazing soundtrack.
Those kind of flares.
It is the best type of flares. So let's start off with some of the simple stuff. We're gonna go over the basics here. I think that the first thing I want to talk about is terrain. Terrain is one thing that's important to know. We're playing on sandbox just to kind of get like an even, just to kind of explore all the mechanics, but we don't have to worry about money. If you're on challenge mode or if you're playing in career mode, then yeah, messing around with the terrain does have an impact. So if you want to make mountains, we can pull up the terrain like this, just like that. Intensity will, obviously have an impact how fast and how strongly you pull up the earth, and then size.
It's a real beautiful mountain there, Drew.
It is, right? So yeah, it's gonna look a little funky, right? It's gonna look a little funky as of now, but I'll make it look more natural as we go. So Donald, what would you like to do? What kind of terrain would you like to make? Where should we put a mountain range, I guess?
I mean, you already got one right there in the middle of it.
True, you're right. Okay, so let's just like put a mountain range like here, and then I'll discuss.
Can we build like a hole?
We can build a hole. That's
like a cave.
Yes.
In the mountain?
We can. Let's do that. Okay, so let's like lower the size here, and then kind of push the earth like that. So we can tunnel straight through here, and we can actually put a road if we wanted to. We can. Oh yes.
Let's do that.
That's one of the best things. I just gotta make sure that I reach the other side.
That's what she said.
We did it. Okay, so we can pop through there. Bam. Okay, so we could put a roller coaster ride through there. I think we'll leave it there for now. Another big interesting tool in the terrain features is flatten to foundation. So like if we wanted to, we could flatten this whole thing out. That way there's a clear path. So instead of putting a roller coaster, we could just put a pathway for people to walk through. So yeah, I mean, the terrain modifications in this game are probably one of the best I've ever seen. Like it's crazy the amount of things that you can build. Flatten a surface, flatten a foundation. So yeah, we could like flatten this out, but we don't really want to do that. If you were looking to make things more natural, roughen is pretty good. That way it kind of pulls and breaks some of the land, so it looks less like obvious that we obviously are some sort of god human that is just able to pull up.
Let's just throw a bunch of dirt right there.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and again, the intensity and size are things to look into. Scenery lock is something interesting. So, for instance, we can put down some trees, and then lock off the scenery. That way, we don't have an impact on what we've just made. So that's the only thing you have to keep in mind is these things are gonna move. So yeah. Anyways, so that's pretty much the bare necessities for I guess the terrain. Yes, the simple bare necessities. Now let's start off with a couple of other things in terms of, well, let's finish off with now, since we can build a mountain range. What do you think else we can do, Donald?
What about if we build a lake?
Boom! You already knew it. Did you cheat? How did you know that?
I'm just magical like that. Drew.
I knew you did.
I thought you knew this already.
I know. You're magical, Donald. Okay, so yeah, we'll put a little lake right here, and we'll see how this goes. That's another cool thing about this game is the water. The water looks good. There's two. I think there's 4 different types of water. So there's calm water. So boom, obviously just calm, looks like kind of like a lake. If you're looking for like a pirate theme, which is one of the several themes we can build inside of our theme park, you can build a like rough water. So it acts more like an ocean where we should see waves. Well, we're not really seeing waves right now, but trust me.
It's paused now.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Play.
You're so smart, Donald. Are you teaching this game? Are you teaching me? Are you teaching me? Yeah. So like we can actually watch as the waves hit. There's standing water, which is gonna kind of act as the same as the calm water a little bit, and then there's dirty water. Tasty.
Goddamn poop with water.
Yeah, I know. It's already happening. It's already coming back. So
maybe that's where it went. It went to a fucking Planet Coaster.
That's right. It did. Okay, so that's like the bare necessities again of the terrain. So let's start off with pathways. We're gonna want to put down our first ride and things like that. So there's all these different paths. Well, here's the 2 main ones. There's the regular path, which I think it's kind of obvious how these guys are gonna work. Boom, boom. Then there's also these kind of nature paths, and I'll let you choose what you want to do. It's kind of, you know, just kind of like this, kind of more natural with the terrain, somewhat, a little bit. So Donald, do you have an option? There's a few others, which, or do you have an opinion on what you would like to do?
I mean, you kind of already building it, but I like the red one.
You like the red one?
I
Okay.
like that red one.
Let's go with the red one. But yeah, these work well. I think the best, if you're looking for something creative, this game is really all about creativity. If you're looking for something, I think it's a good idea to do a combination of both, depending on the areas. We could do stone, by the way, Donalds. There's, you know, we could do
Stone does look sexy.
a whole plethora of paths.
Why don't we start off with red? Because like a red carpet.
Okay.
And you know the guests.
That's true.
Feel.
Yeah, so we can always duplicate this. These people just decided to say, nope, you know what? This place sucks. We're going home. We drive 3 hours for this place, and it sucks. Yeah, so we could place this down, and we could do like several, actually, if we wanted to. And that way it's not as like kind of crammed in here. This might be kind of a good idea to pull this out, and then there you go. Now, it doesn't look very natural. I realize that looks kind of weird, but you know, at least we're giving them more options. Okay, so now that we've gotten down to the bare basics, let's go ahead and throw down a shop. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you're not very creative like me, I feel like I'm creative, but I don't like to break down all of the shops. The workshop inside of the Steam page is crazy. So this probably took this modder like easily maybe a few hours to build. Like, this is insane that they're able to do this much, because we can like customize stuff. You can go inside the shops and facilities, the building tab, and you can see like this is the default stuff you just automatically get, and this is more likely what you'd be building. So it's kind of incredible to see what other people are doing. So yeah, you can customize some of this stuff, and like for instance, if we wanted like just a regular chief beef shop, which don't ask me what that is. I don't want to know what type of beef.
It's chief beef.
It is. You can place down the shop itself. Tasty. And then if you're creative enough, you can go inside here and you can select certain walls and things like that to customize it. But you know, again, that's not my forte. I would suggest maybe as a new player coming in here and getting some.
Just get Steam Workshop it.
Yeah, Steam Workshop it if you want to. But I'm sure, Donalds, you're creative enough. You'd probably be able to do a lot of this stuff that they're doing here. So let's start off with this. I really like this guy. By the way, if you hold down Z, you can rotate this to a good enough position. Hold Z and then turn your mouse. Let's put that there, I guess. I think this is going to be all for looks. Or wait a second. How about at the entrance? Yeah, let's put like the mayor's mansion. I feel like this is like the mayor's mansion or something. I don't know what that is, but that's what I'm gonna call it. There's nothing inside of here. I believe this is all for looks, but we can walk through there.
Well, might as well put that on the road.
Dang, yeah, I messed up. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so if you hold M, we can.
Dang it.
That is an issue.
You lost all your lights. Drew.
I did lose my lights. All right, here let's try it again. Bammo. And we can spin this over here. Let's try this. I think I'm going to have to recreate the path, though. I will say, because I don't think they're going to let us just plop it straight down on a path that's already been built. But let me... Oh! If I make it low... Oh! That would work. Technically, that would work.
There you go.
So, okay. That actually looks okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we need shops. We need... a lot of things, because so if you're used to playing like the alpha of Planet Coaster, they never really had any of this information. There's tons more information that we can look into now. So in terms of like what the guests are in need of, whether it's like food or drink or anything like that, what type of rides they're feeling like, marketing campaigns so that we can pull in certain demographics into the park, staff in order to hire some people. So I think Miss Ellie is actually one of the newer ones. Oh my gosh, look at this dude, Tiki. Oh, that guy's awesome. I have not seen him yet. Right there. Yeah, they turned back. They turned back. I knew it. You're scaring the guests, man. Can you get... All right, no, I think that's because we don't have anything placed down, but that's pretty good stuff. Okay, so let's try to put down something so the Tiki's not scaring the shit out of people. Okay, so we kind of have like a fancy. I know that I just told you, Donald, to not, focus too heavily on smaller road sizes, but just don't listen to me. Don't do as I say, but not as I do. Monkey see, monkey do, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what that phrase is.
I'm just gonna do what I want, Drew. How about that?
You do what you want. That's right. You do what you want. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. Now let's try to. Oh, that's right. We need to go inside here. So let's put a ride down.
Yeah.
Now putting a ride down. Before you do it, you don't have to do this, but it does somewhat help if you flatten the foundation. That way we have a nice flat surface to work with here. So this is just a regular ride. This is not a coaster. These are just kind of regular rides. Is there something in particular that you see here that you'd like? We've got this little dude, and also some of these rides are customizable in some of their actions. A lot of them just kind of spin, but I know that like one of the intense rides, you can like orchestrate what it does. Do you have like a favorite ride at the theme park, Donald's? There's this guy.
I like the boat one, that swings you back and forth.
Oh yeah. We have that, and that's perfect.
Yeah,
Bam.
there you go.
That actually works because we've got this big lake, and maybe what we'll do is we'll pull out the lake
Can we
and make it
like
bigger.
a little island in the lake and then put that on the lake in the
We
middle
could.
of the island?
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, Donald. So you're the master here. I am your apprentice. I'll do whatever you say, Donald's. And there we go. Cool.
Perfect. Look at that.
So I will put our little pirate ride straight up there. And we need to like spin it there. Okay, perfect.
Oh, beautiful.
Bam. Okay, so now, of course, putting a ride down means we got to put down the queue. The queues are actually pretty damn important because you don't want the queues to be super short. Don't you know what queue is? I actually don't know. Yeah, it is.
Is this the line?
I'm so confused by that word. That word is still, to this day, kind of weird to me. It doesn't make much sense. Okay, so I'll put the entrance there and the exit there since this is where the steps are. Oh, will they? Oh, they're not gonna let me. Okay, well that's fine. Thought this game was all about creativity, Drew. What the hell? Okay, so here are the queue paths we've already messed with. I've already shown you the regular paths and the natural. This is the third type of path we can use, and we're gonna be doing some weird bridges. It looks like so. We're gonna bring this straight out over here. If you wanted to change, so we don't need railings. We could always take the railing off. You can go into the options here and say like, hey, I don't want these railings, but I think they work well when a queue is, most railings are, most queues are.
I would like it to have railings because when I go to theme parks, I like to rest on the railings.
That's what I'm saying. They need it. Oh, I would love this game if they started doing that. They had the guests rest.
Put benches in the queue,
That is a smart idea.
Because this is some bullshit.
I cannot believe that they have not done that. Like, theme parks don't do that.
I should just make a theme park myself.
You should. Well, you are. You are, Donald's. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be dipping a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to delete this, and then in order to make this not take forever, there we go. So we can change up the length of the queues. No, let's not put the stairs right there. Where do we have to go to? Holy crap! This is gonna be pretty big.
It's gonna be a big ass queue.
Let me make sure that the line is not super long. What I'll do instead is bring this out here, and I don't want the railings for this. This doesn't make much sense for it to have railings. Whoopsie. We got it. Okay, so pull this out straight like that. We'll kind of curve by as we see the beach. There we go. See, that's romantic, right, Donald? I can just see us walking hand in hand.
It's totally beautiful.
Right there. Right along the beach side. Okay, so that's cool. Because the exit has to be connected through the regular path, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. Okay, so I want this to come down here. Yeah, there we go. So there's our queue. So we can open this up now. You gotta make sure you remember that because I always forget. I always forget to open the ride. So we can open it. It'll give us like statistics and stuff like that. So in terms of excitement ratings, it's a 2. Fear only 1 point. This is pretty low. And then nausea. So this is kind of like a family ride. You want a good mixture of like kid rides, family rides, and then teen rides. Obviously the coasters are gonna bring in the teenage demographic for you. Okay, but like I said, we got to make sure that we pull this back towards home. What is this? What the hell is going on here?
You probably have to raise it up a little bit.
I do. You're right. I think I do. You see, this is what I'm saying. I don't even need to be here. You should be teaching me. Okay, so I'll
Yeah,
pull
it's
this down. I'm gonna pull this down and see if there we go. Okay, that somewhat works. it's a work in progress, Donald. Okay, it's a work in progress.
Hey, this is my first one.
Yeah, it's gonna be an extreme scenario. So now we can watch as all the guests kind of begin to walk in, and you'll see all types of little people coming in. Whoops.
I'm glad to see the Tiki's not scaring them all away anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he is on fire. I understand why people are so freaked out of him at first. Well, now I don't know what he's doing. There we go. Let's go to normal pace. He looks like he's gonna eat this little girl. I feel so sorry for her. So if we look at some of the animations of the guests, it'll kind of give us an idea of what they need. So sometimes they'll be grabbing their stomach, I guess. I'm assuming that means they're nauseous or they have to go pee. You can kind of tell. Sometimes they'll be thirsty or tired or things like that. So these are things that we need to keep in mind. Everyone's loading up inside of here. So let's go ahead and put down our first shop really quick. And as I said, we'll just probably do one of the blueprints since we're going with the pirate theme already. ATM is good. ATM is always good because we want to make sure
people need money.
They bring out the money. Yeah, we got to make sure they bring the money. So I don't know if this is connecting. Oh, we have to turn this like this. Yeah, let's put that right at the entrance, kind of at the entrance.
Why don't you put it?
What do you think, Donald?
Side right here.
Right here.
That way it's not blocking our cave, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so bam, let's put that there. And let's put down a few others. So we've got a gift shop, a Caribbean gift shop. So they can buy things. I don't know if this goes with our theme, but that's okay. Got to put gift shop, ATM right next to each other.
Yeah.
Those are good ideas. A drink shack. Let's put down like a drink shack around like here.
Should put it on the beach side.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Let's put it like, cause I think I want to paint the beach a little bit more, so that we can make it. There we go. So there we go. Now we've got some drinks in there. We don't have any food, but that's okay.
They don't need food.
They don't need food right now. They can wait. They can wait. Did I use sand? Is this sand? Do we have a tooltip here?
That's the one that you used. Yeah.
Looks like sand. So I'm just gonna say it's sand. It's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of extend out the beach. There we go. Okay, cool. So if you're wondering like what we can do in order to make this look less plain, right? It looks like there needs to be a lot more props. This is like what I at least do. Is we can go inside the scenery. Trees help tremendously for stuff like this. Which, by the way, we still have to get onto bends and stuff like that. But if we're going with the pirate theme, then palm trees work very well. So we can throw down a few palm trees here and there. Boom. Boom. There we go. We can do like the little in and out sign. I just thought about that. We could do like 2 palm trees that are like all together like that. Okay, so let me do.
Now I'm hungry, Drew. Thanks.
I'm sorry. And we didn't give our guests any food either. Undo. All right, so there's all the little palm trees. We can line this whole thing like this. If you want to change around, you could just tap Z. You don't have to hold Z. So more than likely, a lot of those are going to get deleted. But, you know, it makes it kind of fills things out a little bit more. Okay.
Real beautiful. That's real beautiful.
I do feel bad. I feel like we should put down at least 1 food shop before people freak out at us.
What about bathrooms?
Pirate first aid, too. That's cool. Yes, bathroom is I'm glad that you said that. By the way, there is a theme. I don't know why they're not letting us customize by themes, but there is themes toilet shack. Here we go. So let's throw down a little bathroom. Where do you want to put this bathroom at, Donalds?
You should probably put it down by the curve.
Down by this curve?
Yep.
Like here?
Yep. That way,
let's do that.
When people get off, they could just go right in there and throw up.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so we'll put the bathroom here. Obviously, I'll probably be deleting a lot of these trees while we kind of put in more shops. And I'd like to do a few more rides before the end of this. Pirate first aid? That sounds like a fun idea. We should probably put this by the entrance too, just in case someone dies. We could die. I mean, I don't think we have any insurance here, so got to make sure that we're on top of all this stuff.
I mean, we got 1 ride. I don't think they should expect much.
That's true. That is true. At the moment, yeah. I don't know what they're. Let's see. What is that? Burger store. Oh, this works. Okay, so I'm gonna put down this burger store probably across the way. So things to keep in mind: people like to sit down when they eat. So we've got to make sure that we place down some props. Things like I'm sorry, pathway props, extras, I should say. So here's we can continue with the pirate theme and do these little pirate benches. Putting them next to like food shops, really helpful. I don't know what the Tiki guy is doing. I have no idea what he's doing with his life. He has a name though. If we click on his name,
isn't that Tiki guy?
Oh, it is Tiki one. We can change his name. What do you want to change his name to, Donald?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good one.
Just about anyone can change. We can change just about any one of our staff members' names. What's that guy from Crash Bandicoot? That's what he reminds me of.
Ooh, I don't know.
That little mask guy.
Yeah.
Looks just like that.
I think it was just Tiki, wasn't he?
Maybe he is just Tiki. Tiki. Okay, so all I know is like when you get him, he'd be like, "Aburuda." Remember that? He'd do that. He'd do something like that. Okay, so barrels are also really, really important, or else people are gonna throw trash everywhere. These people are. It's crazy how much.
They're already throwing trash
Yep,
everywhere.
that's what I'm saying. They litter all over the place, and it's really sad. Looks like we're not gonna be able to put it on these curves for some reason. But let me put them. We kind of want to put them kind of towards the exits of rides. We've got to do something about this. I'll fix this over the break because there's no point in them going that high up. But yeah, they will just throw their trash anywhere. And since we don't have a janitor, it's going to be really extreme. So I'm going to put like one there, and then I'll put down a few more benches. Boom, boom. Okay, so you guys have enough benches. It works. It works. Are there things that there's actually another way to get to the bathrooms on the other side. So let's maybe wrap this path around. I'm gonna go down to 2. There we go. And then I'll move that guy. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me just delete this one. So let's place down another ride, Donald. We've got a work in progress park here. Things are working out for us, kind of. I think we should put something here. What do you think, Donald?
I think we should put a roller coaster.
Oh, roller coaster. Okay. So we're not going to customize a roller coaster in this video, but I will in the next one. But let's place down.
Too big.
Let's place down something here. We could go with a wooden coaster. You want to put this one down?
Yeah, I say put it back there in that little spot that we're
Okay.
in.
Let's put it down right there. If we can fit it.
Yeah, right.
We can make it work, I think.
You might need to pull up some land out of our ocean that we have there. All right, then.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
there works. Right there, just do it.
Okay,
Do
boom.
it.
Okay, we're gonna do it,
There we go.
and then the other thing is we should probably pull this pathway back. That's the only thing. There's no really easy way. I think that the pathways, there's got to be an easier way to delete these guys because they leave little remnants behind. Okay, so there's that. We're all good there. And now, like I said, we got to place the entrance. And this is going to be an adventure. This is going to be an adventure right here. I swear. Okay, so let's try this. Let me pull this down and kind of twirl it around. Actually, it's never a good idea to kind of start off with stairs. Let's see if we can't, like, make this normaler.
That's real normal right there.
It is very normaler. Okay, so let's go with, there we go. Okay, we can make this happen. So you're gonna pass right underneath this sketchy wooden roller coaster. That should be exciting for people. There we go. Cool. Okay, that actually, I think this is gonna be okay. Luckily, you know, the ride will kind of maneuver around, so we don't got to worry about that too much. Getting the path up here though is gonna be kind of a huge mess. I mean, not a huge mess, but you know, it's your first park, Donald. It's your first park.
It is my first park.
Yeah. I'm trying to. This is not at all me that's doing this. This is all Donald's that's making this ugly park. I'm just kidding. It is me. Okay, let me bring this down a little bit, and then we gotta somehow find a way to pull this back over.
Why don't you just make it go straight?
There we go. Okay,
Perfect.
so there we go. So another thing that we can do is we can test the ride, and we can ride the ride. Bam. Here we go. You ready to ride this, Donald?
I'm ready, Drew. I'm ready.
Okay, here we
My
go.
body's ready, Drew.
Okay, you better be ready.
It's ready.
I will say one of the most gratifying things is to be able to, create this huge ass coaster and then be able to ride it is really fun. I think that's like one of the best parts about this game.
Does this game work with VR?
That is a good idea. I don't know. At the moment,
it's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, it's still in beta, but it actually is possible. Wow, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Going right over the lake. I didn't realize.
Do we have like a shark that could pop out of the lake?
We do have something that can pop out of the lake. Yeah, we could mess with that.
Look at it as it drops down there.
We could, yeah. There's actually triggers in this game. You can trigger a few things. This is a nice, easy ride. It's not going to be super intense, but it's going to definitely bring in a few people. And bam. And
Perfect.
we've made it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm glad to see we're still alive.
So as I said, we can always check in on the ratings. It's got a nausea rating of 1, so people could be throwing up on this ride. They've got a little bit of fear, a little bit of excitement. We can always adjust the prices, which we can also cause an entrance fee. Of course, these games, I don't know why. Let's open this up. There we go. These games always start the park off with 0 entrance fees, but we should probably do a little bit. I mean, not yet, but like at a certain point, I think that it's a good idea to maybe charge people to walk in. You could also set like open and close times, but at the moment, there's no real point in doing that. I hope that in the future we have more incentive. So I like to do like $15 for a coaster. It seems like reasonable, somewhat reasonable.
Yeah, totally.
Let's hire a few staff members because I think this is an important part of the process. You need janitors. So these are the only things that you really absolutely need is a mechanic. And you also need the janitor. You don't need a tiki guy to run around, but you can.
But we got one.
We do. There's a few other ones. There's Dexar. I've never seen this guy either.
Just a giant robot.
Just randomly. We've got a pirate theme here, but
yeah, why not?
it's a giant robot. It's all good. Giant robot. He's just waving at people. Okay, so. So like I said, we've got the entertainers that kind of just walk around. This guy's just kind of freaky. I don't know what his name is. Chief Beef.
This is Chief Beef.
This is Chief Beef, and I don't know if they like each other. They might be getting into a fight right here. It's going down. It's finally
security.
That's what they do need, security. That was a big part. I remember liking that in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Yeah, so that is kind of the bare necessities. I'm trying to think. Donald, are there any other questions that you might have? Are there any other things that maybe we didn't cover?
Is there like disasters? Can disaster strike?
There's no disasters or no events, but again, the game is still very much in development, so we'll probably see a lot of that, a lot of stuff like that in the future, and we'll kind of bring a nice little pathway. Maybe I just messed this up.
I think you're doing a great job, Drew.
I know. Fantastic. So yeah, we could have taken. This is how we could take people straight through here, and then there we go. We've got access to all this other land. So I think what we'll do in the next one is we'll talk about. Well, let's see. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll do some things in the next one. By the way, last thing I do want to cover is a small thing. We can check on staff. We can check on staff happiness. So it looks like Dex R is not very happy.
Oh, he's not happy at all.
Chief Beef isn't very happy.
Maybe because Dexar is in a pirate theme when he's a robot.
That's a good point. Yeah, the vendors, you got to keep in mind the vendors. So we're only paying them $150 a month. So I can understand why these people might want to kill us. But a cool thing is that we can train these guys for $150. You make them more skilled, kind of increases their happiness, things like that. They will quit. They will quit on you. Entertainers, janitors, mechanics, people will quit. You got to hire another one, and it can be kind of a mess. But yeah, this is kind of your first dose of Planet Coaster. Hopefully, this was enough to cover at least the basics.
The bare necessities.
So, Donald, what do you think was your favorite part of Planet Coaster? What feature are you most excited about?
My favorite part was the terrain building.
Oh,
I think
yes.
you can get really creative on how you customize your park, basically.
Yes, and I know that I wasn't able to do a lot of that stuff because I wanted to touch upon a lot of stuff. So I kind of made your part kind of crappy, but the small details I think is what really separates the game. All the little things you can do is pretty fun. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.